Hi everyone, welcome back to another video. Today I am back with two menus. I'm going to first make kimchi fried rice, and second I'm going to make mussel soup. Those two recipes are actually really simple to make. That's why I decided to make two things in today's mukbang or cookbang. Not much introduction, so let's just start cooking because I am seriously so hungry right now. Today's like setup and like preparation took longer than the other ones, so I got very hungry. I try not to film when I'm really hungry because like I just like rush into things and like everything just kind of goes out of hand. You know what? So I try to be a little bit like, like maybe like I'll get hungry as like, like as I film, but no, today I'm like very hungry. So I'm going to cut up some scallions first. Let's put this to the side first. Okay, so it's gonna be a little messy. It's gonna be very slow cooking. I just wanted to cook a little bit today. Some of you guys might think it might be a little frustrating because I'm like cook very slow. No, don't come here. So yeah, it's going to it looks really uncomfortable. I know, I'm sorry. Don't come here. Why are you coming here? Oh my god, I haven't had kimchi fried rice for a very long time, and since I don't know, like whenever I go grocery shopping now, I don't really buy. No, stay back. I don't like really cook from scratch anymore. So like I haven't really bought like vegetables. Like only vegetable I buy celeries and cucumbers because I've been drinking a lot of smoothies in the morning. You guys, starting your day with vegetable smoothie is way to go. Wait, before I start, I just want to say like my neighbors are doing some kind of construction like whole week, so it's gonna be very loud. And this is a lot of scallion oils. Okay, so with vegetable oil and scallion, I'm going to cook this just a little bit. I'm going to have some kimchi on standby. I know if you guys are really new to my channel, you guys might think that like that frying pan is so close to you, but you guys, I've done worse. Okay, I'm going to just add kimchi. Oh, these are like super ready to cook. Very fermented. Some pepper paste. I really hope you guys can't hear the neighbor's music. I don't know, what kind of neighbor are you guys? I used to be really bothered by the neighbor noise, but I don't really care anymore because I'm sure there are days where I think it kind of it's more of like it has to be a mutual relationship. Like if I'm loud sometimes and like my neighbor doesn't really give a crap or they don't say anything about it, then same for me. Like if they are loud on certain days or at night, I'll let it go. As long as it's not everyday thing, I think I'll be okay with it as long as like they're okay with me doing it. So I kind of felt bad in the beginning because I felt like, oh, me and my husband might be really loud sometimes because we have friends over, but they have a lot of guests over too, and they could be loud sometimes, so I don't really feel bad. Add a little bit of soy sauce. Okay. And then some sesame oil. Oh, let's add rice. This is leftover rice. Leftover rice is the best kind of rice for fried rice. How many times did I just say rice? Anyways, one in my eye. Is this 8? So hungry. You know, sometimes I kind of like it when the rice isn't coated evenly with the kimchi juice, because I don't know, I think that kind of adds like extra, like different flavor or different kind of like texture-ish flavor to the rice instead of them being like too well blended or too well mixed. It's kind of like super white. It's not mixed very well, but it's okay. I think it tastes good the way it is. But I should taste. I usually like to have my kimchi fried rice kind of on the sweeter side, but today I'm not because I shall show you guys. Yeah. I'm going to lower the heat. Well, the kimchi is actually really like perfect for any kind of a kimchi dish, like kimchi soup, kimchi fried rice. Okay, so that's what I did right now. Yeah. Okay. So I have some corn. I love sweet corn. And this is one of the reasons why I didn't want to make my dish too sweet, because this and the cheese are going to add that sweetness to the dish. I think that's the beauty of kimchi fried rice. Like, you really can't go wrong with it. Okay, now I'm gonna add some cheese. I'm very excited. I am going to add lots and lots of cheese. I've been waiting for this meal. I deserve it. Okay, so this is actually kind of it. I don't quite have to wait until the cheese melts because I do have a second dish to make. Whew, it's a huge thing in front of me. So this is going to be a very easy step. Okay. Yay, I'm excited. I haven't had this in a long time too, and I say that about everything. I'm so sorry. Okay, so I have some mussels. These don't look like the freshest, but it's alright. It was the most accessible for me. I did pre-wash them. Ah, yikes. But they're still dripping. So, put that to the side. Okay, and then water. And I'm gonna just enough. Maybe like 3/4. Turn this on. So while we wait for that, I close it really quickly. Put it to the side. Okay, so I have some jalapenos and garlic, and this is literally it. And some salt, actually. So I'm not gonna mince it because I'm too lazy. So I'm gonna just slice them. This is very hard to cook. I'm going to slice this too. Let's see, is this enough? I think that's good. So I'm going to put like a pinch of salt, like that much salt, because I could add more later, but for now I'm going to add the garlics and jalapeno. Just dump it in here, and that's really it, and let the heat do its work, job, or magic. You know, I thought, so you know, like I film on weekends, and which I love, I look forward to the weekend, but sometimes I think it takes a little bit more effort than what I expected to change gears, like transition from, I was doing like office work and all that, but now I'm doing more cooking, more internet, more public kind of work. You know what? I'm going to add a little bit more water. I think it's a little bit more. I think that's good. So excited. I need to open this. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm gonna taste it a little bit. You know what? It could definitely use more salt. So, I know I drank a little bit yesterday. I drink soju, by the way. And if anybody is wondering what I drank soju. I found one piece. It's out. Ah! I wanna get it. I wanna get it. Where are you? I lost it. Dang it. Yeah, I drank soju yesterday. Try the soup. You know what I need? I need chojang. Chojang is pepper paste with vinegar. Oh my god, these mussels are so good. I think, well, shrimp kind of falls in this category too, but overcooking shrimp and mussels is like the worst thing you could do. Because, you know, pork, for example, for pork, you overcook it, there's still like good, like there's a different, like, or like a good flavor to it, like crispy bacon or like crispy like just pork grill. But like seafood in general, I guess, but for me, since I love mussels and shrimp, do not overcook these. Oh my god, these mussels are so good. Can't help it. My neighbor's just going at it. I hope at least they're having fun. Let's just take a bite. So I've been trying to, you know, like last 2 years ago, almost 2 years ago, I tried, you know, cutting off meat, like, or like not all meat, but like pork, beef, and like chicken. To be honest, I don't think I could ever do that again, but what I want to do, or what I've been doing, since there's meat here, I guess, like I could have put like hot sauce, like I could have put sausage or like bacon or spam in it, but I try not to. If I eat like meat for lunch, I would try to not have meat for dinner. And I'm just trying to be a little bit more conscious of it. And to be honest, like, Like, meat doesn't even like digest for me very well anyways. Like, I think more, I don't know about chicken or pork, maybe pork too, but beef, like, they just don't sit well in my stomach. No, Tong doesn't. My husband, he doesn't really get to eat a lot of like steak or anything like very like a big piece of meat throughout the week. And a lot of people might say like, you're the wife, like you should kind of cook him something that he wants to eat. Like you can't just let him not eat meat just because you try not to. I get it. Like even my mom, like like she's in like older generation, and she kind of tells me like, at least try to cook for him or like feed him really well before he goes to work and all that. Well, first of all, I work too. And second of all, I think he actually appreciates that, because I think once we actually do have like Korean barbecue or some kind of meat, or if his friends like cook him like a really nice steak, it's like so much more rewarding for him. And to be honest, I think it's healthier for both of us, like not eating meat every day. I'm not forcing it on him. Like, I'm not saying like, hey, don't like, let's really not try to eat meat this week. It's not like that. It's not like you can't have meat in here on Monday to Friday. It's not like that. If you wanna eat a nice steak, go get it yourself. And I know, a lot of you guys might not agree to that. It works for our relationship, so. And I think that's another thing, like how can we judge about someone else's like relationship when just because it's different from us, and because if it works for them, whatever floats their boat, isn't that okay? Instead of pointing fingers and be like, oh, you shouldn't be doing that, that's your husband or that's your wife. Whatever it is, it works for them. Because I don't know if I ever mentioned this in the videos before, but like when I first after I introduced Tong, like when we were like boyfriends and girlfriends, and like I introduced him in my video, a lot of people like watch us together, and like we're like kind of like very like, we make fun of each other and we fool around a lot in our videos. I mean, we try a little bit more just because we want to make it more entertaining, but like I remember like hanging out with like friends, and like they kind of like, I guess they like, after they saw us together in real life, they were like, yeah, they're like, I think they're fake, like because they're not like that at all, like as what you see in the videos and like in real life. I'm like, I mean, sure, whatever, but Like, you don't know me. You don't know us. Oh, that's one thing I really appreciate about my relationship with Tong. I don't think we ever try to be something that we're not. And I'm just talking like very general, or I'm talking very specific to our relationship. Like, for example, because as an individual, I might, I do that sometimes, act like someone that I'm not. But, different topic. Like, I wouldn't, if Tong and I are not happy with each other, I would not just go somewhere. I think my SD card is maxed out. So I'm kind of questioning that all the stuff that I just talked about might not be in the video. Well, either way, whatever I was just saying that you just don't know about that person's, other people's like relationship as a third party. You just like those two will, like whoever's in the relationship knows their relationship the best. And I bring that up because I think it bothered me for a very little bit because, like, I don't want to be called fake. I don't want our relationship to portray as something fake. So I was like, am I supposed to act like how I act in videos then? But it's all good now. We are what we are. And if people still view us as fake couple, then I guess that's how they're gonna see us for the rest of their life. There are moments in my relationship with being married and all. There were many times where I felt like I just want to be alone. I want to live my life single with nobody. But there are stronger moments where, man, I'm so glad that I have a forever ally. Like, this person will protect me forever or be on my side forever, no matter what. Sometimes just knowing that is just really encouraging, and like you feel like you just accomplish everything in the world. So I'm glad that I'm married and with somebody that I truly love and trust, and somebody that I can rely on. I just stopped eating. Oh, this is very delicious. Hot. Ah, no. And to be honest, you know, I've been in a relationship before I got married to Tom, and I never thought that I would be with somebody for this long. Tong and I are reaching our 7th year, like all, you know, all together, not marriage or anything. We've been together for 7 years. But I don't know, I'm like not sick of him, because you know, maybe it has to do with maturity too, I don't know, or like just being a teenager and a college student. I just couldn't last more than like a year or two. I was so sick of them. I mean, I'm sure they were sick of me too, but so like I was thinking like, am I like, can I get married to somebody and like be sick of them after like a year? I love mussel broth. Like, it's clear, but it's a little like white. So refreshing. Like, it brings out, and I feel like I'm drinking the ocean. It's very good. I should really stop eating soon because I'm eating a lot. I bet I'm like the only person that complains about how much I'm eating when I'm filming mukbang. I'm getting there. I'm pretty full. And one thing that I kind of want to be clear about, like my, you know, stuff that I say and like why I film. I'm not saying all these things because I want to teach somebody anything. I'm literally just saying whatever is on my mind because I want to. I want to say it. And because sometimes when you say stuff, instead of just thinking it, it changes a lot of things, and like you kind of understand what you're thinking better if you actually try to like tell somebody about it, you know? So that's one of the reasons why I say a lot of things in front of the camera to you guys. And if anybody could agree with me, or even kind of like help anybody in any kind of situation they're in, then that's great. You know, it's a bonus. But I'm really not trying to be like, oh, like this is me, I'm like all grown up now, and like it's not. I'm literally just saying whatever I'm like thinking about and whatever just comes to me when as I film and go. You know, one thing that I actually don't know where I heard this, but it might be The Office. Dwight might have said it. I don't know. But one of my favorite sayings is, not every mistake is a lesson. I'm like, whoa, that's like, that hit me like a rock. I took that as like more like not just mistake, but like anything, like every like a story somebody tells, or like stuff they learn you might not agree to, or like, what if I like, you know, let's say that like I made this mistake and I learned something, it might still not be a lesson or something, you know, like somebody might not take away anything from it, you know, like just. So once I like heard that quote, I'm like, okay, I feel less stressed, because whenever I make a mistake, because you know there's a saying like, learn from your mistakes. So I, you know, like you could kind of interpret that as like, oh, every time I make a mistake I have to learn something. You know, it's kind of stressful. But when I heard that, like, not every mistake is a lesson, like, whoa, that's very true. Whenever I like hang out with my friends, or talk to anybody, we talk about the most useless shit. Like, it's useless, but it's fun. Like, you just have to, like, you can't always talk about something meaningful. We can't always talk about something that will be helpful or encouraging somebody. Sometimes you just have to keep saying, and then maybe, like, I don't know, we get lucky, I don't know. Now that, like, we're kind of on this topic about, like, talking or having a conversation, I've been trying this. It's so crazy because in the beginning when Tony and I, like, you know, we would sleep together, like literally, like, sleep together in the bed, I always had to have TV on. Like, I needed some kind of noise, and I think I even talked about it in my videos, but Tony was always like, no, like, I need, like, super dark, super silence, that's how I sleep. So that we clashed a lot. But so funny because now we're, like, flip-flopped. I want it to be completely dark. I don't want any noise. I just want to, like, think about something or whatever. I want to feel my husband's existence. I want to feel my dog's existence in that room, and I want to fall asleep to that. Tone's completely opposite. He wants some kind of TV, some kind of news on. I'm like, no, let's just not do that. I know I'm being selfish, and I know that I'm just doing whatever I want. That's why I love my husband, because he works with me, he cooperates with me, so I'm very thankful. So what I've been doing is, like, Tone, let's just listen to music and let's just talk. So we're, like, we've been doing this for the past, like, couple of weeks. So, like, we're in the dark, and we just, like, we turn on, like, really, like, Korean, very, like, a slow, beautiful music, like, kind of 90s, right? We don't really listen to, like, the newer songs, but, like, 90s, where, like, or, like, early 2000s, like where it speaks to our soul. I turned those on, and we just talk about everything. And yesterday, like, yesterday we kind of talked about really deep stuff. And we were just talking about, you know, families and just stuff. But this morning, Tom was like, you said something that I really, really agreed on, but I don't remember what it was. Because both of us were so tired. I mean, I remember the half, like the beginning half of it, first half of it, but obviously I can't share because it's, like, I'm pretty open. I'm pretty open about stuff that goes in my life. I don't mind telling people my secrets. But there are just some things that some things that Dong and I talk about that I would just never tell anybody. I think it's not because I don't want other people to find out. It's just, like, I want to just keep it just us. Like, just something that is just only both of us know. So yeah, it's been really fun bedtimes lately. We just talk about random stuff. We talk about a lot of our goals. We talk about our past. That's stuff that, like, you know, hurt us, and, like, how, like, what made us who we are today. Really deep stuff. And I'm very thankful that I could still do that with him, because I think I had, like, a few moments, like, a couple years before, like, you know, Tony and I would go on, like, a lot of road trips, and we talk so much. We talk about everything. And it came to the point where, like, what if in, like, 2 years him and I have nothing to talk about? But you know what? If any of you guys are thinking that, like, don't worry. Like, there's always something to talk about. There's just always something to talk about. So I'm not worried. I'm not worried that in 5 years or 10 years and Tony and I would have nothing to talk about. Like, no, I think we will still make up something, and then we will have a very interesting conversations. But I'm stuffed. I should really stop myself. I'm going to end the video here today. I hope you guys enjoyed today's cookbang, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a great weekend or week, or whenever you're watching. Have a great morning. Have a great evening. Yeah, stay positive, guys, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!